So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I make $100,000 a year working in Singapore at the age of 30 years old. It definitely wasn't easy to achieve, but I've been working as a physio in Singapore for the last 4.5 years, and I've been spending all my time and my salary and investing that into creating other sources of income. Some of these investments have literally taken me years to create so that they can reasonably contribute to my income right now. So hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to see how I make and invest my own hard-earned dough, and hopefully you can do the same for yourself as well. So let's start with all the income sources that I had in September. The first income source will be money market funds. So this is relatively new to me. I only started it in the last couple of months, and I first invested into the CSOP money market fund on the Momo Singapore app since late August. So technically this will consist of money from the last 1 month-ish. It's not exactly just in September. There's a little bit of overflow from August as well, and a little bit from October as well. But it gives a 5% yearly return, but the good thing is that you get the returns on a daily basis. Whenever you want, you can just take the money out. It's relatively liquid as well. So I put in $10,000 USD, and that was to participate in the Momo 6.8% promotion for existing users. New users also had the chance to also participate in this promotion as well, but the promotion has since ended, and that's why I was also trying to participate in it, just to see if I can get a little bit of a higher return on my money just for this next couple months. So far, me investing this $10,000 into the CSOP money market fund has earned me a total of $86.72 from this. The second income source is interest and cashback from a high interest bank account. So those of you guys who have been watching my income videos, this comes as no surprise. I've been putting my money into the UOB One bank account, and I've been using it with the UOB One credit card and also with the UOB Evo credit card. But I've stopped using the UOB Evo credit card because they've raised their cashback, or they've raised their criteria. They've raised their criteria to get the cashback, so I've just put that aside. I'm just only using the UOB One credit card. So I also keep around $30,000 to $35,000 at any given point in time, because this money that I want to keep liquid in the bank account so that I can buy my house next year. For those of you who are also saving up money for big expenses like weddings, your house, or any other kinds of things like that, renovations and all those kind of things, it'd be good for you to store your money in this high interest bank account. So you still want this money to be liquid, number one, and number two, you want it to earn a decent amount of interest as you're putting it somewhere and storing it for the future. So in September itself, I've earned a total of $82.81 from bank interest and $30 from credit card cashback. The third income source will be from dividends. So I have 3 dividend payouts this month. The first will be from the Singapore savings bonds, and I received $76.25. I've invested around $35,000 into the Singapore savings bonds, and they pay out around 3% interest yearly. The second will be from owning Ascendas REITs, which I also invest on the Momo Singapore app, and they paid me $564.31. The last dividend payout will be from CapitaLand Mall REITs, which paid me $515.85. So I have around $20,000 invested into each of these dividend stocks, and they pay out around 5% dividend yield, which is the highest so far of all my investments. So you see me getting $500+ every single month. It's not something like that. The dividends are mostly paid around twice a year, so you don't really get like $500 every single month. It's more like a big payout twice a year in that sense. The fourth income source will be selling options for monthly income. So I sell options on Alibaba stock, and since Alibaba has been on a recent bull run, I've earned quite a hefty sum this month from it. I think you guys who have been following all the China news, the China economy is kind of having a little bit of a bull run right now, so all the stocks are also recently on the climb. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys are interested to hear more about option selling and investing. So for September, I was able to earn around $799 USD from selling Alibaba options, which amounts to around 1,045 SGD according to today's exchange rate. And of course, the last income source will be from my full-time job. This is still the bulk of my income, and I'm working hard to invest and work on alternate sources of income to try and beat my salary. That's probably going to be my challenge in my life in that sense, because my income is pretty decent, so I need to invest and put in a lot more time to build all these alternate sources of income in order to beat my salary. So for the month of September, after CPF deductions, I've earned a total of $7,623.95. This brings the grand total to $10,024.89. So if you want to hit that $100,000 per year of income, you'd probably just have to divide 100k by 12, and that brings it to a monthly income of 8.3k. So if your normal graduate salary of, let's say, $4,000 to $5,000, let's say on average, that's usually the median income, then you just need to invest your money or work on side hustles that can potentially earn the remaining $3,000 to $4,000 in order to enter that 100k club. Honestly, this milestone really doesn't mean anything, it's actually more important to save and invest your money so that you can provide a more comfortable life for yourself and your family members. So let's look at how much money I spent in September so that I can find out how much money to save and invest. So if you watched my previous video, you know that I spent a lot of money in September, so much money because I went on holiday. I'm usually not a traveling person, but I'm starting to think that traveling actually does have very therapeutic purposes, to sort of rejuvenate myself in between my work and also to really rest and have some creative juices really coming in as I'm traveling and getting the rest that I need. So I spent a total of $3,220 in Singapore and $3,221.85 for my Vietnam trip. This is also one of my proudest moments because this is when the financial habits have saved me quite a lot. So prior to this trip, I've been saving very diligently for my emergency funds and my travel funds so that these two funds can very comfortably pay and buffer for the Vietnam trip without me dipping into the savings or investments part at all. So let's continue these good habits and continue building these two funds up again. I will once again allocate $500 to my emergency fund and $600 to my travel fund. This will then bring my emergency fund to a total of $1,178.15 and travel fund to a fresh $600 fresh start all over again. So putting all these expenses together, I spent a total of $4,320 for the month of September. With the income and expenses fully calculated for the whole month of September, now comes the interesting part to find out the net income that I have to save and invest. So now let's see how much I can save and invest. My total income for September was $10,024.93, but I'll have to take out the money from the money market funds and option selling part because I usually leave this in the Momo Singapore app to accumulate. That leaves me with $8,893.21 for net income. So if we deduct the net expenses of $4,320 from this, we have a total of $4,573.21. I'm saving $3,000 for my house, so that will go into the UOB One bank account, and that leaves us with $1,573.21 for investing. If you managed to catch my previous video last month as well on my $50,000 investing portfolio, you also know that I have $2,200 of unused funds that I put aside as well. So this brings the total investing income to $3,773.21 that I can readily deploy into any stocks that I want to buy this month itself. I've also bought 532 shares of Capital Lemmo REITs at $2.02, which cost me around $1,067.72. This was something really kind of special because the company allowed the shareholders to buy at a lower price. That was pretty nice because the current price is actually around at $2.09. This leaves me around $2,705.49 for investing. I kind of want to leave this money uninvested for this month as well, as I'm trying to save up more to invest more into the DBS stock. If you guys are following DBS stock is absolutely crazy right now. It is really expensive now at $39 a share. So it will cost just $3,900 just to own 100 shares of the stock, which is so much money, almost a full graduate's entire salary for the month. So although fun fact now is I'm a bit afraid to buy DBS as well because it keeps increasing. I have the same feeling of being afraid to buy at the highs again. But let's see how it goes at the end of next month. I think if it kind of dips a little bit into that $38, $37 region, I'll be able to more readily buy the stocks of DBS share. This is basically the entire process that I go through every single month to document my income sources, expenses, and how much I have invested so as to keep my finances in check. This is the exact payday routine that I went through in order to build up my $50,000 dividend portfolio as well. So hopefully this video has been useful for you guys in terms of investing your money. If you enjoyed this video here, then you'll probably enjoy this video here on how I spent my $100,000 per year's physio salary in Singapore. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.